Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 11. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell. Listen, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you don't have to put in search Misha Potomac, Misha RHOP. Just go ahead and join the opinionated family, honey, because you done been back more than once. So, child, let's just get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, Giselle is at her domain and Karen shows up. Giselle actually looked cute in her sit-around clothes. I said, okay, sit-around clothes and sit-around wig. Giselle, you need to keep this wig. It doesn't give wiggy. It's giving cute, casual, pulled back. You know, the color is good. You need to keep this one because that helmet, honey, please leave that helmet at home. So, you know, the house is very Giselle. So Karen comes in, honey, and she's looking around. And I mean, I do like certain parts of it, but it's like, it's almost like a puzzle piece. Or like just something that is very put together. I don't really even know how to explain it. So production asked what Karen really thought of Giselle's home because Karen had gotten a tour, right? She said, well, I love the chandelier. Karen, you ain't like that chandelier either. You ain't like nothing about that house, honey, but you just tried to find something nice to say, and that's nice of you. I like the chandelier as well. I mean, her home style is very eclectic. That's what I can say. It's giving a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but it's definitely not giving the zhuzh that should be given. Moving forward. So Karen gifted the twins a birthday gift, and then they sat down to talk about the gossip of it all. So Giselle is like, girl, tell me about this live show, because you know our live show is coming on up, so just tell us about your live show. So Karen is like, well, it's going to be, I'm going to just try to bring me to the stage. I'm going to do sizzle topics. Ma'am, not you doing the Grand Dame version of Hot Topics. Girl, not sizzle topics. I'm not about to play with you. She's like, I'm going to do a panel. I'm going to be talking about love. It's going to be dinner. We're going to have dancing. Honey, I don't know what's going on, child. She says she's inviting everybody to the show because she gets along with everyone. So then Giselle was like, well, how are you and Mia since Miami? So then Karen going to say, well, what I like about Mia is when she's wrong, she owns it. Grand Dame, now don't piss me off now, respectfully. Mia hasn't owned a bit of what she's done. Not nothing. What has Mia owned that she's done wrong? So what now? Nothing? Oh, okay, I ain't think so. Mia has not owned anything. Child, Mia don't even own that home that they living in. Child ain't got time to play with you. So Giselle was like, well, girl, you weren't at the beach. Okay, so Jacqueline and Mia was getting a little tipsy. And so she starts telling Karen about how Mia was talking about, Jacqueline winning in her Porsche. And she's like, yeah, I mean, I was just wondering, I was confused, like who's paying for the Porsche? Like who's paying for it? I need to know. Giselle always worried about who's paying for what. Y'all remember when she first met Candace and she asked Candace, so is your mom paying for your wedding ring as well? Is she paying for your engagement ring? Giselle, who's paying for the Etch-a-Sketch house? How many reasonably shady podcasts did you have to put on to get this house? Girl, somebody needs to be looking into your financials. I always worried about somebody's business. So anywho, after she told her that, then she told her that, Mia was also saying that she allowed Jacqueline to have sex with one of her men. The facial expressions on Karen and the way she is pulling this little piece of wig from left to right, baby, that was sending me. I said, Karen, I don't slide that wig, honey. We already had a wig slide a few seasons back. So Giselle was like, girl, and you didn't even know that they were showering together. Like, girl, where were you on the trip? Here go Karen. In my room where I was supposed to be in my room. Honey, I know that's right, because all hell was breaking loose on the outside. So I did like this little scene between Karen and Giselle, but I already know that Karen and Giselle got a secret alliance, honey. They're going to do what they're going to do every season, but at the core of it, they're friends. So people can be like, oh, she be letting Giselle have it. Yes, and rightfully so. But at the end of the day, the face of the franchise is Giselle and Karen. So they going to continue to be frenemies, but at the end, they going to be cool because that's just what they do for Potomac, child. That's just what they giving. In the next scene, we see Wendy going into the hospital. her kidney stone is 9 centimeters and it needs to be removed and she can't pass it. So they have to go in and get it out. When I tell y'all kidney stones ain't no joke. Now, I have not personally had one, but my uncle used to suffer from them. And I heard that pain is worse than giving birth to a child. Like, that pain is so excruciating that it's like, I mean, it's an outer body experience. That's what I've heard. I've heard them kidney stones ain't no joke. I'm glad they went in so she could get it taken care of. But Wendy, you need to make sure that you take care of yourself. Drink your water and sit down. Girl, don't be letting these heifers have your kidney stones acting up. Over on the other side, Ashley is at the penthouse with the babies and the nanny comes by. The nanny can't stay. I swear. When I tell y'all Real Housewives of Atlanta gonna pop up in my head if it don't do nothing else. So anywho, shout out to Nene. So Ashley is there telling the nanny about the house that Michael found. And Ashley steady playing in our faces, acting all airheadish, talking about, I mean, me and Michael are so intertwined financially. So I don't know, like, do I let him stay at my house? Like, does he sleep over? Girl, just say you and Mr. Darby are moving and he's out of frame. So y'all came up with this cockamamie scheme to make us believe that y'all getting a divorce so you don't have to explain to us where the hell he been and why he going on world tour and he ain't broke nobody's album record sales. Please just say that. Because Ashley, you're getting on my nerves. Okay? You're getting on my nervous system. Moving forward. In the next scene, Rob and Gizzard, they are out looking for a venue for the Reasonably Shady Sleepy Time podcast going live. So they are looking at the venue and whatnot, trying to figure out how to make the 2 rows look like a packed house. So Robin said, you know, her and Giselle are putting up their own money and they put up like $10,000. And when she said $10,000, I was just thinking to myself, Greg let you borrow $10,000. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, child, shout out to Greg. May he rest in peace. But no. I was thinking to myself, Robin, why are you always acting like you ain't got 2 pennies to rub together? Y'all have been on this show for 7 seasons. $10,000, it will be okay. Y'all should be getting paid that per appearance. Like, Robin just be a child. Ooh, honey. I wouldn't get mixed up with nothing that Robin got going on. Honey, she don't know how to pay her bills. The IRS be looking for her and everybody else, child. Absolutely not. So they sit down and go over the show run, and Giselle brings up the wedding or lack thereof, and Robin is giving excuses, talking about, well, you know, I got some things I need to iron out with Juan. Robin, please. Okay? I'm about to put you in the category with Ashley's storyline, non-existent and fictitious. I ain't got time. I honestly think Robin has gotten comfortable with their arrangement, and she don't want to rock the boat. Like, y'all know he get annoyed every time she brings something up. So I think she just gonna coast on through to them boys turn 18. And that's just that on that. So don't ask her no more, because she ain't got no answers. In the next scene, Candace is at her video shoot with Trina. Candace love a car and a good parking lot, don't she? Candace, this isn't drive back. Why are you on the hood of this car? I said, baby, Candace gonna put us in a parking lot with a car if she don't do nothing else. But she was doing her video shoot and I thought it was cute. Trina was being very gracious to Candace. And I loved that because you can tell that this is a big moment for Candace and she's living her dream, honey. And I love to see it. I'm happy that she's pursuing her dreams because a lot of times, you know, we feel like, okay, we're too old. We're not going to be able to do that. I mean, I'm a housewife. Ain't nobody going to be really taking my music seriously. I'm on Potomac. No, she's actually saying, listen, moving forward. In the next scene, Robin is at home with the family. Juan comes in and they're awkwardly talking about this made-for-TV wedding. He's saying, you know, it's on you, whatever you want to do. She's like, well, I mean, I want you to have some input as well. He's like, no, it's on you, okay? It's all on you. She was like, well, I want it to be meaningful for us and the boys. And he's like, well, I'm with that. I'm okay with that. But then she brings up the prenup and she's like, yeah, I was thinking maybe we should add an infidelity clause. He was like, well, I mean, that shouldn't be a problem. Well, child, according to the streets, honey, the same streets that Giselle used to be on, word on the street is that they're saying it's cause for the clause. Okay? Now, Robin, don't go over there and check that Facebook. Or as my auntie calls it, don't go over there and check that book. Because, baby, that book got all the receipts. Okay? I'm just saying. So, go on, put that clause in there because he ain't fooling you. So, Juan is saying that we're not like every other couple. Like, you don't have to worry about that. We're not like every other couple. Well, child, you're right about one thing. I mean, y'all aren't like every engaged couple because they're actually planning to tie the knot. So, I mean, I guess I'll give 1 point to Juan. Moving forward. In the next scene, Wendy has made it home from her surgery. She's at home trying to recover. Child, her mom is there to help her recover. But baby mama trying to make pork chops and zhuzh up the top ramen. I said that mama something else. Mama, we got to ease her into the food, honey. Give us some saltines and a little bit of soup, honey. Not that. But y'all know what I did love about this scene? Aside from her daughter being so sweet and trying to take care of her mommy, I love to see that Wendy had some Marcashan, honey, ramen in the house. Okay, because y'all know you can get 10 packs for a good $1. I think that it went up to 10 packs for $1.50. You know, inflation and whatnot. But honey, let me tell you something. I don't care how rich I get. I'm going to have some Marcashan chicken flavored noodles in this house. It's what's for dinner sometime, honey. It's going to be what needs to be done. It's giving, we're just ordinary people. Shout out to John Legend, honey. So her baby is trying to help her get better. Her and her mama are talking about how they both need to start listening to their bodies and taking it easy. Yes, y'all do. Because, I mean, you ain't going to be able to achieve your goals from the grave. So, girl, go on, take care of yourself. And I have to take my own advice. And y'all see I have started to slow down a little bit and try to pace myself because I was all about put out the review, got to do this, got to do that, got to do this, got to do that. Granted, my work ethic is still the same, but at the same time, as I grow older, I have to prioritize things. It just has to be done, especially for your health. And you have young children, and they gonna need you. So, girl, get it together or leave it alone. Over on the other side, Mia's at the house, and Karen stops by. So G comes to greet Karen at the door. Honey, you know he love that. He love him some Karen. I said, baby, now they want somebody a little bit more seasoned, okay? Because he love him some Karen. So they go sit down, and Karen gets right into it. She's like, yeah, so I said I would never hold anything back. And Giselle was too happy to tell me that you and Jacqueline took a shower in the nude together. I was thinking to myself, now, Karen, how else they gonna take a shower if they ain't nude? Girl, goodbye. She's like, yeah, we did. Here go Karen. Oh, so you enjoy it. So you enjoy. Karen is a mess. Do y'all hear me? Karen, not you toting messages and trying to be loyal to Leah. Karen gonna cover them bases, honey, if she don't do nothing else, because she already know once they roll the tapes back and the heifers see it and they get to the reunion, she don't want to have to explain nothing. Karen has figured out how to navigate the housewife space unscathed for the past 7 seasons. Like, she has really got this down to a science, because I don't think for 1 second she feels like she should be loyal to Mia at all. Like, absolutely not. She's like, yeah, and also she said that you allowed Jacqueline to share your man. Mia's like, well, I mean, we've done some weird promiscuous things when we were kids. Promiscuous girl. Shout out to Nelly Furtado. Yo, side note, whatever happened to Nelly Furtado? Child, that's a throwback for real. I'm about to look that up. Anywho, child, this is a side note. Mia be sharing too much unnecessary information, if you ask me. Don't share nothing. Karen said, oh, okay, well, you know, with each other? She said, yeah. Karen said, oh, okay, cool. So, you were lovers. Karen, your choice of words is sending me. When I tell y'all I was hollering through this entire scene, the way she was coming out, pew, 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 back to back with the questions. I said, baby, now they were lovers, honey. So Mia was like, I mean, no. Karen said, oh, okay, so what weird promiscuous things were you doing if y'all wasn't screwing? Honey, that's what I want to know. I know that's right. Mia claims they never kissed, but she gave her annual pap smear by taking a flashlight and looking all off up in her vagina. Ma'am, you mean to tell me you got down, up, close, eye level with her vulva, but you ain't never kissed her? Girl, shut up. Like, Leah just lied a lie, honey. So then she's like, yeah, I mean, I had a flashlight and everything. I looked inside. Karen said, so how old were you when y'all played doctor? Too old for Mia to be acting like she is, honey. And girl, what? Not a flashlight. Okay. So Karen said, yeah. And she also told me that you and G have sex with other people together. She said, yeah. Karen said, was it Peter? Listen, Mia, you threw that nasty liquid on Wendy the whole time you were just giving a hit dog hollering. I'm wondering if you're going to throw some liquid in Giselle's face. Are you going to douse her with a drink because she's talking about your husband? Because you knew what Wendy was saying was true, and she wasn't even saying that. That's the crazy part. You took what she said out of context because you were guilty as charged. Girl, anyway. So Mia actually was like, yeah, I mean, Peter's girlfriend. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out, when did 50 Cent come into the picture? What circa was this girlfriend that was laying around with Mia and G? And that's what I want to know. Like, I mean, Mia be so proud. She be so proud to look silly. It's really quite comical. Like, girl, why are you even sharing this? So Karen is like, yeah, I knew something was funky in Miami. Karen said, I mean, it just makes sense now. I mean, I guess she wanted to shut Wendy down. Yeah, I guess she did, but that still didn't give her a right to throw that damn drink in Wendy's face, and I ain't gonna never forget it, okay? And I hate that y'all are skating on past it like it never happened. It's really starting to irritate me. So Mia said her and G had Peter's girlfriend before Peter got with her. He just got their leftovers. So I was thinking, is this what Peter was talking about when he told Wendy that they did something foul with that ex? Is this what he was talking about? Let me find out y'all were fighting over that woman. Child, something just don't sound right. I'm going to get to the bottom of it, and I'm going to let y'all know what I find. In the next scene, it's the day of Batman and Robin's podcast in person, and they're having it in this large venue. And y'all know what that reminded me of? It reminded me of that time when the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 7 went to see Demetria down in Puerto Rico, and Nene and Phaedra had came later, and they were in the cab on the way to the hotel, and Nene goes, well, we're going to see Demetria perform. Do you think it will be in a large venue like an amphitheater? Oh my goodness, honey. Listen to me. It is the holiday season. Y'all go ahead and chuckle it up, honey. We need to laugh, child. We need to laugh. Because when I saw these heifers putting this show on in this amphitheater, baby, that was good to me. I holler, because that's all I could think of. Well, do you think it will be in an amphitheater? No, Nene, it will not be in an amphitheater. Oh, child. So everybody's arriving. Hey, y'all. Baby, we have Juan Dixon in the building. I am so happy Juan Dixon is here right now. Lord, I'm so happy. But in all seriousness, though, I'm so happy that he brought the boys to support their mom. That was really nice. I like seeing him bring the boys so they can see their mommy in action. She's doing her thing. I like that. So Karen gets in there, honey, and she getting right into it. She's like, well, the seats are empty, but I'm happy for the people that came and spent their money. I mean, they were comfortable, had about 5, 15, 20 seats between them. You couldn't ask for more. Oh my goodness. Karen's shady as hell. They should have gotten a smaller venue for their first show. But it's like, girl, if you don't judge yourself up, then who will, child? Go on, put yourself in the amphitheater, I guess, honey. I'm trying to figure out what was $10,000 spent on. That's what I was trying to figure out the whole show. It must have been on that venue because that stage had 2 poster boards and 2 stools courtesy of the venue. Like the decor was reasonably shady. So I'm just trying to figure out what did y'all spend $10,000 on? Child say, what now? So they pan over to Candace. She's in her confessional looking like Little Red Robin Hood. And Candace was like, yeah, I'm not going because Giselle isn't worthy of support of any kind. Moving forward. So it's time to get the show underway. The MC comes out and calls Robin Bryant. And everybody's looking like, oh my gosh, it's not Robin Bryant. Well, the thing I was thinking was, Giselle does act more like her spouse than Juan does. So, I guess it's fitting. I'm just saying. So child, Karen up there writing down what not to do. Karen, you stop, because you probably writing down what you gonna add in addition to. You know how Karen like to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that and then act like she got it from somewhere else, child. Side note, why does Charisse always look sedated? Now, Charisse, I have not said anything about your attire, the Meet the Brown wigs. I haven't said nothing about none of that. But you look like you were about to pass the hell out. Girl, if you don't wake up and open your eyes up. So the show starts. They do a little crowd participation. Juan participates, honey, because the kids were there. So then they did this cruise ship-esque dance party. They were doing the Cabbage Patch and the Dougie. Please don't let Ashley attempt the Dougie. Okay, that's a special skill set you have to have. Your swag has to be on 1,000 to execute the Dougie. I do not want to see Ashley in her 5, 6, 7, and 8 TikTok hips doing the Dougie. I don't want to see it. And I remember seeing that floating all over social media before this episode came out. I don't like it. Okay? Ashley, don't hit the Dougie, not no damn mo. Child, this was giving Carnival Cruise Lido Deck realness. Do you hear me? You know how when they ask everybody on the cruise to come out and do a little dance, let me see it, oh, and everybody be hyping you up. And that's what it was giving me. So then they opened the floor for Q&A, and one lady asked Rob when the wedding was. Baby, these are the burning questions. But we all know Robin is going to deflect and skip right on around it. So there's that. So now it's over. Robin gave no type of answer, honey. It was giving vague as hell. And she said that they profited $14,000. Okay. Okay, first show executed. A live show is not easy. Now, I'm being reasonably shady to these heifers because that's all they like to give, but it's not easy. I can only imagine if I had to do what I'm doing right here live. Well, I mean, I give the judge that should be given, so I probably would be all right. But I also know that I'm going to do it somewhere smaller, honey, because ain't no telling who's going to show up. I'm just saying. So after the show, it's the after party. Giselle keeping the shadiness going. She starts talking to Mia's representative, and she's like, let me just ask you something. So remember we were on the beach and we were drinking? You remember that? And she's like, yeah. And Mia was talking about she bought you your Porsche. She's like, Mia didn't buy me anything. I make my own coins. She said, oh, okay, because I thought she had said that. She did say she bought it. Jacqueline said, I don't remember that. Here goes Sharice. I remember that. Oh, so you remember that, but you don't remember holding Robin back when she was becoming the Incredible Hulk. You don't remember that? Oh, okay. So Jacqueline is like, I mean, you're saying I'm the side piece? Is that what you're trying to say? Like, what? So Giselle said, well, I mean, I'm just saying. She says she likes to watch. So did you ever say pick me? Jacqueline goes, I mean, I don't spill that kind of tea. You should ask Mia. Well, honey, you saying it without even saying it. Because like Sharice said, if somebody asked her, did she have sex with Juan? She's going to say, hell no, I didn't have sex with Juan. So if you've never had sex with Gordon, then you would say, no, that's my friend. Like, that's her husband. Why would I do that? But we all know what time it is, honey. We know what type of time y'all on. Then they call over Mia and ask about the car. And she's like, I mean, no, the car is in her name. What does that mean? It's people out here giving people cars all the time, all over social media. Yes, the car is in their name because they don't want to be liable for anything, but they still bought it. So Giselle is like, well, I thought G bought it. Mia said, girl, Gordon ain't got no money. Well, Charlie had to have something for you to be the mistress rolling around in the Miami sand while he was still married, and don't think I forgot. Mia be trying to sound so cool, and honey, it's cringy, okay? So they asked about Gordon, and Mia is like, I mean, Giselle is always in people's business because she doesn't have any of her own. Ma'am, you volunteered the business, though, trying to fit in. You were sitting in that car just saying any old thing, so there was no awkward silence. So in this instance, Giselle is not wrong. You brought it to her. So if you didn't want her to ask no questions, then honey, you shouldn't have gave her anything to go off of. Jacqueline denying and lying, talking about, no, G is not for me. No, he's not my type. Like, he's not for me. Sure he ain't. Now, they ain't fooling me. Mia and Mia's representative were both on that beach with sand all in between their crevices, rolling around with G. G probably bought both them Porsches, honey, allegedly. And that was the end of the episode. Child, the episode didn't give much. I was quite bored. Yes, I do want to break from the fightation of it all and them heifers fighting, but also it needs to be entertaining, and I was not entertained. So that's just that on that. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.